Am I visible? Hello everyone, welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. How are you all? There's a crazy child shouting in the background. I'm so sorry, I don't know what to do about it, but the online setups have some problems. Good evening, good evening. So this is the Hindu editorial that we are going to discuss. Renouncing Indian Citizenship is something that you might have read yesterday. It was an editorial, and the author was trying to how to access the sample paper that the consortium has released. That one, that sample paper is available on the consortium's website. I'm good, I'm good. How are you all? How are you all? Yes, so what was I saying? I was saying that there is an article in the Hindi newspaper, Renouncing Indian Citizenship. That is the article. Did you all read it? Yes or no? How many you read it? How many of you read that article? No one? No one read it? Well, citizenship has always been, a topic that one must know about, because obviously it is the beginning of constitution. That's how the Indian constitution begins. And if there is a, if there's a new segment relating to it there is a good probability that the same might be there in the exam. So the article was basically about uh, a concern that the ministry has expressed, and it has, made it a public affair that there are Indians, so many Indians who are choosing to renounce their citizenship. Now we are going to, you usually know, but it was in yesterday's newspaper, तो कल के न्यूज़पेपर की थी, बल्कि और शायद और पहले की न्यूज़पेपर की थी, इसी वीक का न्यूज़पेपर था, दिन नहीं आते मुझे. Yeah, so anyhow, I subscribe to the online version, so it does not really show the date. Oh, that's a problem. But it is still relevant. Anyone who wants to join the toppers batch, you have to take the All India mock. Today is the last day. So if you take the All India mock and you qualify it with a good score and you are eligible according to our criteria, we'll admit you to the toppers batch. The only requirement is that you need to be a subscriber of BYJU'S, but not necessarily, a course subscriber. Even if you have subscribed to our test series, you would be eligible. Okay. So that is it. Now, this was how the uh, editorial began. Why are a growing number of Indians giving up their Indian citizenship? What is their destination? Is migration a cause of concern? Now, the story so far as given in the newspaper is the growing number of Indians are opting to surrender their passports and renouncing their citizenship. The central government disclosed to the parliament that more than 15 lakh people have relinquished their citizenship. This is not something that has just happened. It has been happening for a long time. Even in 2021, the parliament showed concern about the same thing. There was a similar situation going on, and that time the figure was about 6 lakh. In 2 years, the figure has doubled. It has become 15 lakh. Right, 87,000 people have headed to United States of America, various countries. The Ministry of External Affairs claims that they wish to go to a foreign country to explore more about their employment options, the workplace, the global workplace, and the personal convenience. Of course, they believe that the outside is more clean, more westernized, education better, healthcare better. So they believe that there are more economic and social opportunities outside in rather than in this country. One of your friends said that when she opened the mock, it already showed that the mock is submitted with 0 marks even without attempting it. Is there any way to It is not possible. I mean, I don't know the process, but I think they use the phone number and the email ID, one phone number, one ID, one mock, one attempt. Right. So, I mean, that's absolutely not possible. Why don't you try logging in through another number, a different account maybe, and then it'll open. Right. So, yeah. Now, the outcome is, like I said, better economic opportunities and a better social security, something that India is not able to provide to them as per themselves, which is not entirely wrong. Social security in an Indian scenario is something that you have to develop on your own. Government does not really contribute to it. It used to, but not anymore, and only to the government employees. Now, where are these Indians headed? They generally, this is the statistic, not very important, but I thought you should know. Over 3.2 lakhs since 2018. Like I told you, 2018, since 2018, the outflux has become so rampant that the Ministry of External Affairs has started noticing it. It was happening before also. You saw so many people from Punjab and other areas of the country moving to Canada for better options and opportunities, and then settling there completely, becoming part of the Canadian government and whatnot. So this has been happening for a long time, but since 2013, it has become something which is noticeable. Like, it is something, the figures have risen up to an extent that nobody can ignore them anymore. So they go to US, right? Then they might go to Canada. Some of them go to Canada, some Australia, some United Kingdom, some renounce to go to Italy, New Zealand, Sweden, Germany, anywhere they can get a good opportunity. Okay, okay. Okay, Pranjali, so you can see what Sahajleen is saying. You can talk to someone and they'll help you if you're a paid subscriber. Yeah, so what was I saying? Huh. So it is, depends. It is not really a particular destiny or a venue that appeals to them. It's more like, the opportunity that can be given to them. Anywhere they can get an opportunity, they choose to go there to explore more about it. Now, test series, like I said, is a way through which you can become part of the toppers batch. You have more than 55 mocks, both CLAT and non-CLAT. You have unlimited access to mocks. These mocks, you can attempt them over and over again. Besides this, you get extra material, topic tests, sectional tests, and of course the 10,000 questions that we have in our repository. You get access to everything, right, except the classes. These are designed by the NLU's alumni themselves, and they give you a proper statistical analysis of your performance. Plus, there are audio video solutions of those mocks, exactly like what you get offered on YouTube some Saturdays, like the one that I did some time back, yesterday only. Right, so you get a real-time version of that all the time, and you can access to it. It's not very expensive. You can just subscribe to it and you become part of BYJU'S exam prep, and if you are eligible, we'll make you will be eligible for toppers batch as well. This is the number. You talk to them if there's a problem you might be facing with regard to mocks. Now, citizenship, constitutional provision. Since citizenship is something that is being debated, citizenship is something that people are renouncing, the topic almost immediately becomes important. So that's what we are here to discuss. Now, where is this citizenship listed? Yeah, so students have faced the same problem, but they have received a solution also. That should not bother anyone, right? अब आ जाए वापस पढ़ाई पे ध्यान दे लें, हम क्या पढ़ रहे हैं, ये भी इम्पोर्टेंट है ना. So like citizenship is listed in the union list under the constitution under the exclusive jurisdiction of the parliament. Only parliament can amend provisions related to citizenship, obviously, because it is part of the Constitution of India. And the amendment of constitution, which is article 368, the power to amend constitution is vested only with the parliament, not the state legislature. Now, may I ask what the parliament is, or what does the parliament, what is parliament comprising, what is it constituted of? क्या क्या होता है parliament में? मतलब कौन कौन सी entities parliament बनाती हैं? कई बार पूछा है मैंने ये सवाल. मैं ये इसलिए पूछती हूँ ताकि तुम लोगों को जीवन भर के लिए रट जाए. All the students who wish to become part of judiciary in future, you want to become judge, you want to take PCSJ, Delhi DJS, MP PCSJ, Uttarakhand PCSJ, and all that. If you are willing to do that, well, then you will see this question in almost every exam. और कोई except Yash? Yash says it is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Very good. Sehajleen and Aditya has answered right. They have answered right. It's Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and the President of India. Ramesh also. Very good. ये तीन entities मिलके parliament बनाती हैं. तीनों. ठीक है? They are the parliament. लोक सभा, राज्य सभा and president. Final assent देखो president का होता है, तो president parliament की बहुत ही important part हैं. Okay? Not just लोक सभा and राज्य सभा. बिल पे असेंट देने के बाद ही वो एक्ट बनता है और वो असेंट प्रेसिडेंट से आता है. ओके, यस. द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डज नॉट रियली डिफाइन द टर्म सिटीजन, बट द डिटेल्स आर गिवन to the persons who are entitled to citizenship, and they are given in part 2 from article 5 till article 11, और 12 से fundamental right शुरू हो जाते हैं. तो part 2 पूरा का पूरा citizenship से deal करता है, right? Unlike other provisions of the constitution which came into force on 26 January 1950, the articles were enforced on 26 November 1949 itself when the constitution was adopted. ये बाकी provisions की तरह काम नहीं किया इसने. Constitution was adopted on 26 November 1949, but it came into force on 26 January 1950, which means that the Constitution became something that could apply to the citizens of India since 1950. 1949 में वो बस अडॉप्ट हुआ था, मतलब वो फाइनल ड्राफ्ट एक्सेप्ट हो गया था, लेकिन उसे लीगल फोर्स और एनफोर्सिएबिलिटी 1950 में 26 जनवरी को मिली, इसीलिए वो रिपब्लिक डे कहलाता है, राइट? सिटीजनशिप एक ऐसा पार्ट है. पार्ट 2 ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन was enforced even before the constitution came into force. Obviously, citizenship is the most important part of a country, especially an independent country which did not have a law of its own, which had colonial rule for over 200 years, and before that there was always a certain power ruling over us. It was, we became independent for the first time in centuries. So obviously citizenship became a huge deal, and because of that, constitution enforcement was 2 months later than citizenship enforcement. तो 26 नवंबर 1949 में जब कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अडॉप्ट हुआ, तो पूरे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को एनफोर्स करने से पहले पार्ट 2 को पहले ही एनफोर्स कर दिया गया. ये जनरल नॉलेज का पार्ट है, इसे हमेशा ध्यान रखना. अगर ये पैसेज आया तो ये एक इम्पॉर्टेंट फैक्ट है जो आपको पता होना चाहिए. ठीक है? Got it? Everyone? Did you understand? Is it clear? I'm hoping it is. ठीक है? Part 2 मतलब सिर्फ 5 to 11, nothing else, only 5 to 11. Only this part was enforced before the constitution got enforced. Now, these are the ways to renounce citizenship in India. The first one is voluntary renunciation, in which a person renounces his citizenship according to his discretion. So if an Indian citizenship who is of full age, right? Full age means he's an adult and he has a capacity. Capacity is the legal capacity that is defined by our civil and criminal law, which means he needs to be sane in all senses possible, mental and physical. Okay? Mental and physical. He cannot be ऑब्जेक्टिव रेजोल्यूशन, हाँ, मतलब प्रियम्बल के साथ ही आया था कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, राइट? सो ही नीड्स टू बी सेन, ही कैन नॉट बी इंटॉक्सिकेटेड, ही कैन नॉट बी इनिब्रिएटेड, ही कैन नॉट बी मेंटली इल, ही कैन नॉट हैव अ डिजीज, ही नीड्स टू बी completely capable of deciding or understanding what he is about to do, right? So when a person is an adult and legally capable in his senses completely, he is free to relinquish the citizenship of India by his own discretion. So if he relinquishes his citizenship, every minor child of that person also loses Indian citizenship. Mind you, only minor, right? So if there is a person A who has 3 children, 2 are below the age of 18, 14 and 13, and 1 is 21. A chooses to renounce his citizenship. By renouncing his citizenship, he has renounced the citizenship of these 2 children as well. But the 21-year-old child, not child, 21-year-old kid adult still retains his citizenship, and this renunciation will not be as per his father's or parents' choice. It will have to be his own. समझ में आया क्या बोला मैंने? ठीक है, ये बच्चे अगर 18 साल के होने के बाद चाहें तो अपनी सिटीजनशिप रिज्यूम कर सकते हैं. Now we know that students are still skeptical about a lot of things. Even test series for that matter is something that you can avail a free trial of for 3 days. So if you are still wondering what is it that BYJU'S exam prep offers to you, you can just log in through your number, take a test, topic test, see the, the quality of passages and sectional test and topic test and mocks that we provide to you, and then you can make a decision. Okay. Another way to renounce citizenship is by termination, right? So the Constitution of India provides single citizenship. Single citizenship का मतलब क्या होता है? Can anyone tell me exactly what single citizenship is? Actually, it's a parent. I mean, if mother is the sole guardian, it would work, right? So if there are two guardians, the father renounces and the mother doesn't, then also children lose. If the basically minor child parents, अगर वो उनके sole guardian है mother और मतलब mother नहीं है तो वो lose नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन अगर दोनों parents ने renounce कर दी तो हाँ minors की citizenship भी lose हो जाती है. Citizenship of only one country. Yes, that is what it means. सिंगल सिटीजनशिप का प्रोविजन है, लेकिन सिंगल सिटीजनशिप का मतलब सिर्फ ये नहीं होता. सिंगल सिटीजनशिप का मतलब इंडिया में एक और है. वी आर ऑल इंडियंस. Unlike United States, which is states coming together, India is a union of states, right? India is a union of states, and it is how our constitution actually begins with. India is a union of states. India union of states, that is Bharat, or Bharat, that is India union of states. So states have not come together to form a country. United States में the states came together to form a single unit, and that is why they are called United States of America. The states united to create America. But here India was created, and thereafter the states were created. So the states came into being because India was, because of Indian dominion. So America derives its status from the states, whereas states in India derive their status from Indian dominion. Right? So a state in India cannot secede and form a separate country. United States, it is possible. A country, a state has its own, government, own constitution, own flag and everything. In India, there's only one flag. There's just one citizenship. So every person in India, born of Indian origin, will be an Indian. Right, he will not have any other citizenship. वो किसी और, he comes from UP, he comes from Bihar, he comes from Madhya Pradesh, he comes from Rajasthan. He will not have an official citizenship of that state. In United States, people have two citizenship: one official citizenship of the state in which they were born, and one citizenship of the country. Right. हाँ, और बाकी सिंगल सिटीजनशिप का मतलब यही है, इंडियन सिटीजनशिप ही आपकी सिटीजनशिप हो सकती है. तो इसके अलावा किसी और स्टेट की सिटीजनशिप आपको नहीं मिलेगी और किसी और कंट्री की भी सिटीजनशिप आपको नहीं मिलेगी. इसका मीनिंग थोड़ा और डाइवर्स है, राइट? तो ऑफिशियली आप इंडिया के अगर सिटीजन हो तो आप इंडिया के ही सिटीजन रह सकते हो. अगर आप कहीं और के बनना चाहते हो तो आपको पूरी फ्रीडम है, राइट? मतलब कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इतना लीवे प्रोवाइड करता है कि आदमी किस जगह का नागरिक बनना चाहता है उसका फ्रीडम उसे मिले. लेकिन अगर आप किसी और देश की नागरिकता चुनते हैं तो फिर आपको इंडियन सिटीजनशिप रिनाउंस करनी पड़ेगी, और ये ऑटोमेटिक रिनाउंसिएशन होता है. इसको टर्मिनेशन कहा जाता है. सो इफ अ पर्सन टेक्स सिटीजनशिप ऑफ अनदर कंट्री, द इंडियन सिटीजनशिप एंड्स ऑटोमेटिकली. anything that he does, being the citizen of India, or anything that he gains or attains a privilege because of Indian citizenship while he has another country's citizenship is an illegal affair. अगर अमेरिकन सिटीजनशिप अटेन करने के बाद एक आदमी ने इंडिया का कोई सिटीजनशिप से रिलेटेड बेनिफिट उठा लिया तो वो बेनिफिट इलीगल होगा, उसके खिलाफ प्रोसीडिंग्स हो सकती हैं. ओके. This, however, does not apply when India is busy in war. अगर वॉर में बिजी है तो सिटीजनशिप ऑटोमेटिकली टर्मिनेट नहीं होती. ओके. इंडिया में नहीं है वो. एग्जैक्टली. इसलिए विजय माल्या को वापस लाने में इतनी दिक्कत हो रही, बिकॉज ही इज अ ब्रिटिश सिटीजन. समझे? ब्रिटिश सिटीजन है वो, इसलिए उसे लाने में इतनी दिक्कत हो रही है. सब ऐसे ही करते हैं, किसी स्ट्रॉन्ग कंट्री की सिटीजनशिप ले लेते हैं, काम यहाँ करते रहते हैं और फिर भाग लेते हैं पैसा लेके. That is so bad. Anyhow, another way to renounce Indian citizenship is by deprivation. So deprivation is when the government of India will terminate your citizenship if you have fulfilled any of the given condition. So the first one is, if the citizen disrespects the Constitution of India, the government may choose to deprive him of the citizenship. Obviously, the Constitution is giving you the entitlement of being the citizen of India. India is a great country, and if you disrespect the same law that is giving you that identity, obviously the same law can take away that identity. He has obtained citizenship by fraud. So there are, they're acquiring citizenship. Of course, there are 5 ways through which citizenship can be acquired in India: birth, descent, registration, naturalization, acquisition of another country, right? So if a person by registration, naturalization, or anything uses fraud documents or uses a malpractice to obtain Indian citizenship, the government of India can terminate it. If the citizen has unlawfully traded or communicated with an enemy during the war, तो इसे गद्दारी कहते हैं, और गद्दारी के जुर्म में सिटीजनशिप ही टर्मिनेट हो जाती है. बहुत बड़ी सजा है ये, राइट? मतलब in this world, trust me, being a citizen of no country is the biggest punishment. No country, you have no home. No country is able to give you an identity. And citizenship means a lot of rights, a lot of privileges, a protection and what not. हाँ, इसे देश निकाला ही तो कहेंगे. तुमने एनिमी, मतलब वॉर के दौरान दुश्मन से कुछ अनलॉफुल ट्रेड या कम्युनिकेट किया तो तुमने गद्दारी करी है. तुम्हारी जैसी सिटीजनशिप टर्मिनेट हो गई, तुम देश में थोड़ी रह सकते हो भाई. You need to have papers to stay in this country, right? If you do not have a citizenship, you need to have other reason. You need to have citizenship of some country, right? A citizen of nowhere can stay nowhere. तुमने टर्मिनल देखी है? टॉम हैंक्स की मूवी है टर्मिनल. Have you seen that movie? So Tom Hanks come from a Middle Eastern country to US, and there is this dream that his father had, and he comes to United States to fulfill that dream. Now, while he is at the airport, I'll tell you the story. While he's at the airport trying to, get through immigration, the immigration does not pass because his passport is terminated. His passport is invalidated by the system. Turns out that his country has gone off to a civil war. The country has gone into a civil war. The moment country goes into a civil war, the government collapses. The government collapses, there is no law, there is nothing, there is no legal system, and there is nothing through which a person can derive the citizenship. Citizenship legal system से आती है, और सिविल वॉर की कंडीशन में लीगल सिस्टम खत्म हो जाता है. अब जब लीगल सिस्टम ही कोलैप्स हो गया तो सिटीजनशिप देने वाला कानून भी नहीं बचा, और जब सिटीजनशिप देने वाला कानून नहीं बचेगा तो सिटीजनशिप कैसे बचेगी? तो वो जब अमेरिका में है और उसकी कंट्री सिविल वॉर में चली गई है तो उसकी कंट्रीज ने उसकी सिटीजनशिप खत्म कर दी, ऑटोमेटिकली खत्म हो गई है, राइट? अब सोचने वाली बात है, वो यूएस में आता है बिना सिटीजनशिप के, उसके पास सिटीजन ही नहीं, ही इज अ सिटीजन ऑफ नो कंट्री, तो वो किसी भी और कंट्री में कदम नहीं रख सकता. So the Terminal movie is based on how he spends his life on the airport, over 2 years on the airport, because airport is a neutral zone. You don't have to be a citizen of anywhere to be on the airport. So he stayed on the airport, on the same terminal, till his country came out of that civil war situation and he could go somewhere. Yes, it's a lovely movie. It should have won Oscars. I don't know if it did. I mean, he can take citizen, but you have to be a citizen of some country in order to take citizenship of another country. ये भी problem है. ठीक है, मतलब अगर कंट्री तुम्हें, इफ द कंट्री इज ऑफरिंग यू द सिटीजनशिप ऑन इट्स ओन, लाइक खुद दे रहे हैं, तो एक अलग बात है, वरना फिर मुश्किल हो जाती है, कोई भी नहीं रहने देता. यू आर एन इलीगल माइग्रेंट इफ यू गो टू अ कंट्री विदाउट अ सिटीजनशिप. अब ये देखो, रोहिंग्या मुसलमान और जितने भी ये सिविल वॉर की कंडीशन की वजह से इंडिया में आते हैं, ये इलीगल माइग्रेंट्स क्यों कहलाते हैं भाई? अफगानिस्तान के सिटीजन हैं, इंडिया में आए हैं, कोई भी आ सकता है इंडिया में, बट दे आर स्टिल कॉल्ड इलीगल माइग्रेंट्स. व्हाई? बिकॉज दे आर सिटीजन ऑफ नोवेयर. And if you are not a citizen of anywhere, you don't have any paper, you don't have a passport, you don't have a visa, you don't have any document which would be a legal document. So if you enter any country without proper paperwork, you are illegally entering it and you are an illegal migrant. तो आप जिस भी तरह से रह रहे हो, जो भी कर रहे हो, आपकी हर हरकत इलीगल है. Yes, so you need to have a certain identity before you can renounce that identity and claim something else. सोचने वाली बात है. इसको ऐसे इमेजिन करो, इफ यू आर अ नेकेड पर्सन एंड यू गो टू अ शॉप टू बाय क्लोथ्स, विल दैट शॉपकीपर गिव यू क्लोथ्स? ही माइट, बट कितना डिफिकल्ट होगा एक नेकेड आदमी के लिए मार्केट जाना कपड़े खरीदने के लिए. ये बिल्कुल वैसा ही है, समझे कि नहीं? एक नेकेड आदमी घर से बाहर नहीं निकल पाएगा, है ना? तो यही बिल्कुल यही फंडा है सिटीजनशिप का. एब्सोल्युटली द सेम concept. There are some countries which provide citizenship against money. तो ले लो सिटीजनशिप वहां से. वहां क्यों नहीं जाते इलीगल माइग्रेंट्स? किसके पास होता है पैसा देने को? सिविल वॉर की कंडीशन में क्या बचता है किसी के पास? भाई लेने को ले सकते हो. मैं तुम्हें एक प्रैक्टिकल बता रही हूँ, इसमें मतलब 2-5 करने की जरूरत नहीं है. तार से तार जोड़े कपड़ा बना लिया. आई एम टेलिंग यू द एक्चुअल थिंग, व्हाट हैपेंस, राइट? पैसा देकर वहां से सिटीजनशिप मिल रही है, जाओगे कैसे वहां तक? ठीक है, कॉल तो करोगे नहीं. सर एम्बेसी को तुमने कॉल कर दिया, सर मेरी इंडियन सिटीजनशिप खत्म हो गई है, मैं अब किसी भी देश का नागरिक नहीं हूँ, आप मुझसे इतना पैसा ले लो, मुझे सिटीजनशिप दे दो. ओनली इफ इट वर दैट इजी. इट डजंट हैपन लाइक दैट. ओके, मैंने तो कभी नहीं सुना पैसा लेके सिटीजनशिप दे देते हैं कंट्रीज. Anyhow, so yeah. Now, within 5 years of registration or naturalization, a citizen has been sentenced to 2 years of imprisonment in any country. तो 5 साल मतलब registration and naturalization, like I said, are 2 ways through which a person can attain citizenship, right? So registration is basically if the ancestry was Indian or you have married into an Indian origin, living in India for 7 years, more than 7 years, so you can apply for the citizenship. Naturalization is also a similar process, not a similar process but a process like this only. बहुत 1992 1987 का बड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड सा प्रोसेस है, राइट? तो अगर नेशनलाइजेशन और रजिस्ट्रेशन के 5 साल के अंदर अंदर, मतलब आपने रजिस्ट्रेशन या नेशनलाइजेशन से यू वर एबल टू गेट सिटीजनशिप इन इंडिया, and within 5 years of that citizenship you have been declared to be a convict or a criminal by any other country, then your citizenship automatically terminates. 5 साल के बाद अगर ऐसा होता है कि किसी कंट्री ने तुम्हें टर्मिनेट कर दिया, तो वो नहीं होगा टर्मिनेशन. सॉरी, किसी कंट्री ने तुम्हें कन्विक्ट कर दिया, तुम्हें सजा सुना दी 2 साल से ज्यादा की या 2 साल की, मिनिमम 2 years, तो फिर नहीं टर्मिनेट होगी. लेकिन 5 साल के अंदर अंदर, 5 साल होने से पहले अगर हो गया ऐसा कुछ, तो कंट्री, इंडियन कंट्री टर्मिनेट कर देती है. हाँ भाई, तो प्लेन में बैठने के लिए पेपर चाहिए, शिप में जाने के लिए पेपर चाहिए, हर जगह पेपर चाहिए भाई. ये दुनिया पेपर से चलती है, तब पेड़ कटता है उस चक्कर में. A citizen has been living outside India for 7 years continuously. So if he's been living outside India for 7 years, more than 7 years, and never even once did he choose to return to his country, his citizenship automatically renounces or terminates. Okay? Now, All India Mock के बारे में सबको पता ही है. Everyone knows about the comprehensive courses of 24 and 25. This is what you get. There is still time. You have about 90 days, about 3 months. 3 months are a lot. You can still do a lot if you want to. So if you still choose to join a course, you can. The classes are available. The live classes have gone off to a certain level, but there are crash courses. उसको join कर सकते हो. Right, so that's it for today, guys. I sincerely hope that you enjoyed this session and learned something from it. Yeah. Okay, so I sincerely hope that you enjoyed it. ये important segment है information का, और आई होप आप लोगों ने नोट्स बना लिए हैं. सिटीजनशिप से रिलेटेड कुछ भी अगर होता है तो कंसोर्शियम बहुत ही कीनली उसे एग्जाम में इनकॉर्पोरेट करने का फैसला लेता है. तो इसको अच्छे से समझें और नोट्स बना लें, और अगर और ज़्यादा डिटेल में पढ़ने की इच्छा है तो फिर आप इसे और भी ज़्यादा डिटेल में पढ़ सकते हैं. I actually no, I was practicing a passage on citizenship. अभी मैं इतनी देर से सोच रही थी कि मैंने सिटीजनशिप अभी पढ़ाया था, कहाँ पढ़ाया था. मैंने पैसेज प्रैक्टिस कराया था सिटीजनशिप अपनी क्लास में, आई थिंक डे बिफोर और yesterday. Right, so that's it guys. Thank you so much. I shall see you again very soon. तब तक सब अपना ख्याल रखेंगे. हम फिर मिलेंगे everyone. Good day. Bye bye. Thank you.